Hello there, welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming back. So today I did say that I was going to have a little play with the Decolarge, and this is the newest one, which is the Spring is in the Air. So I'll quickly show you all of the images. There's two of each one. It comes with the decoupage to go on it, and it also comes with a matching printed sheet as well. So we've got the farm, we've got the kitten, we've got the cute little bunny, we've got the fairies, and I love the fact that these are they've all got different colour skins, so I think that's quite unusual to see and nice to see coming in the crafting market, if I'm honest with you. We've got our bear in the bucket, the fellow gardening with his beautiful dog, the lovely church scene, perfect for someone who's got a Holy Communion coming up, the little puppy on the armchair, the daffodils, my favourite, the tulip with the bluebirds, and then the wreath. And like I say, there's two of all of them. Actually, I bought the kit that comes with the inserts and the little book as well, so there's plenty for me to be playing with there. So I'm going to bring in the Decolarge. Mum bought these, the Decolarge frames, and she wanted me to do one of those, so that's what I'm going to do today. So let me just finish that first one down. I think it's going to be easier if I put the tape on before I start popping them down. Yes, so I need to be on that side. Okay, so I've got quite a chunky red liner tape, red super sticky tape. So I'm just going to pop that on. Trim it up. And again. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2. There. And even though I'm putting it in the frame, I am going to be turning it into a card with the idea that, you know, if they like the picture, they can then go on and pop that onto a wall or something afterwards, or it just looks nice on a mantelpiece. Mind you, all of Hunkydory's cards do look nice on a mantelpiece. Right, okay, so we're just going to give these all a really good burnish down, so all the score lines are in, and I can't see any reason why you wouldn't be able to trace this template and then make your own frames from it afterwards. And then if you remember where you put your template, you'll always be able to do these boxes. So that's the problem I have, is remembering where I put the template. So again, just working all my way around and down. Okay, so I'm going to start with the ends with the pointy bits, so these corners. So although I've got my red liner on there, I'm just going to put a bit of tacky glue as well, just for a little bit of extra stick. And I just want that to go at sort of a right angle, or straight as I can. Just bring it in my pencil and press that down on the inside, just to make sure that that's connected with the stick. And then I'm going to do the same on this other side. Again, the side with the triangle. I'm going to put that nice and straight. And I'll bring my pencil and just give it a burnish down on the inside. So I'm just pressing like that on the inside, so I've got something I can get on the end. If you've got something long and thin, maybe something like your wax tool would be perfect for this. So then ideally this next bit should pop into there, under there, and down and in. So I'm going to take off my sticky, and I'm going to put quite a nice lot of tacky glue on there, because I really want this to be quite forgiving when I get this in, so it doesn't quickly go off before I've had a chance to get that stuck down. I'm not going to be able to put my pencil in, you see, so that's the thing. And what I'm going to do is just pop that up a little bit and pop a little bit of glue underneath, and then hold that one square. I think that should be fine. And I have got, it comes with a little frame to go over the top, so it should be fine. It will hold everything all together. So again, a little bit of tacky glue. And we're going to roll it round. And into place. And press that down as best we can. Okay. And what I'm going to do, I've just got some other masking tape here. It's not Hunkydory. I'm just going to hold those down in place until I'm ready to do the next part. So, because what I need to do next is cut the centerpiece to go in. I'm just doing this messily because if there is any glue touching, I know that that's going to glue in the way I want it to, and that one's square now because we've done all the others. Okay, so we can pop that aside. Actually, no, we can't, because I'm going to grab my ruler and measure the inside. So the inside is 5 inches, so I'm guessing it's going to be a 5-inch square. Okay, so I'm going to come in with my trimmer. I'm going to be using gold mirror because the foiling on this kit does seem to be all gold. I could be mistaken, but I think it pretty much was all gold. And I'm going to start just 1 notch below the 5. And I can check how that sits in there. And that's perfect. So now we have to get that out again. Okay, we'll pop through the side, and then I need the backing sheet, which is this one here, and I'm going to try and keep, let's see, I'm going to try and keep this corner, but I suspect it's probably all going to come off. So that piece of gold was 1 notch below the 5, so I'm just going to go another 2 notches, and we'll see what that looks like. Let's have a little look on there. Okay, so I'm happy with that, so that's nice. Let's not put that back in there just in case it decides to stick again. Okay. And then I'm just going to pop out my image. Just nice and carefully. Let's see how that fits onto there. That fits quite nicely. Okay. So I'm also going to bring in the actual decoupage as well. So because I'm going to be doing this into the box, and because Mum's requested it, she believes that all of the decoupage needs to go on. So she's my mum. I'm not going to argue with her, that's for sure. So for this one, I'm going to put all of the decoupage on. So I'm going to start with a little bit of tacky glue. No particular reason why I'm using the tacky today. You can use your all-purpose as well. And I think I'm going to come in and this one, so I'm just wondering whether we should raise that. Yeah, I'm going to come in, I'm just going to raise this just a little bit. If we're going to go with some height, we might as well do it in style. So these, although I'm saying that, these are only 1mm foam pads, so they are Hunkydory, but they're only 1mm, so they're super thin. So I'm just going to put a few around, probably going to need to put one. And this is pretty much going to be protected in that box, so you know, I don't have to worry too much about how many pads that I'm putting on. So I'm going to just go around all of these backs. And I'm going to pop some tacky glue over the top, as always. Just give me that little bit of wiggle room, time, and bit of extra stick as well. So that's going to go on like so. Okay, so now we can move on to decoupaging this up. Okay, so what I've done beforehand for the first time ever is put all of the foam pads on the back. I'm just trying to speed up this video a little bit, so I have got an idea for another card. So it would be nice if I could get them both on this video because it's using this same kit. So just remembering with these decoupage there are lots of little pieces. Just ease them out carefully so that you don't rip anything on the other side. And the whole of this decoupage I'm doing with the 1mm pads, so it's all going to be around about the same height each layer. And it's just a case of picking out each layer as you go along. So each layer you lose a little bit, so you're coming a little bit more forward each time in the picture. That's how it sort of works. So I'll pick this largest one out first of all. Just need to get the back off these pads. And I've put quite a few pads on, just even though I said it's not going to be that roughed about or anything. So but I think it's more a habit than anything else. So a bit of tacky glue over them all. Okay, and then you've got the sort of these notches here, so it's easy enough to sort of line them up. And it should go exactly over the top, so you shouldn't have any bits poking out where they shouldn't. So the next one down is going to be this one. If I hold that against the previous one, you will see that we've lost this chimney, we've lost that bit of roof, so we're now coming forward. Okay. And the big bits are easy. It's sort of working out the little bits really with the gates and that sort of thing. So generally the bigger the piece, the sort of more further back it is. If you wanted to beforehand, you could go in and just sort of note down with a pencil on this outside, if you wanted to give yourself a reminder. So this is when you get covered in the backs of foam pads, unless you're using 3D glue gel, of course. Okay, so let's pop this over so we've got our chimney We can match it with the bottom because we've still got that bit there. I'm happy with that. So the next biggest piece is this one here. So I'm just going to pop those bits out. I'm just making sure all those pips, and this time we've lost all of the house, so the chimneys were coming into the garden now. So it looks like a beautiful garden to be in, that's for sure. Sort of a couple of miles up the road from here, because I'm on the outskirts of town really, the last sort of big place before you go into pretty much countryside. And a couple of miles up the road there's a lovely little house, thatched cottage like this. Always has the most beautiful flowers outside the front. There's quite a few in that village actually. There's quite a few houses like this. And although obviously not close together, you have to sort of go to different parts of the village to see them. Okay, so we're matching this up again with the bottom. That's there. Okay, so then looking at this here, we have got, easy, I'll pop them out and see. So we've got this one. This one is a smaller one for sure. And we've got this one. Which I think is that side again. And we've got our gate side. And this side as well. Okay, so those are little bits. So let's just put that to the side. So let's work out what's going on here. So it's going to be that one, then that one, and then that one. So let's do this right side first of all. And this one we just need to line up in that bottom corner. And then again. And normally speaking, I mean, if you've watched any of the other decollage videos I've done, I would separate this decoupage out and put it over, because the actual backing sheet, the picture is exactly the same size, so you can put the decoupage over that as well. Okay, and then the last bit for this side for now. So it does look like I've got some fence posts there and still on the sheet. So and this one we're going to have to match up. Okay, so then let's come to the gate side. And we've got these lovely red flowers in the background. Not quite sure what they are. Maybe delphiniums, something like that. Could be lupins, I guess. Never been able to keep lupins myself. They get eaten as soon as they poke their heads over the top of the ground by the slugs and the snails. We used to have a pond in the garden, so even though we have got a resident frog or toad, I guess it is really. There's still quite a lot of snails and things. Okay, so let's see what we've got left. So we've got a roof, we've got a chimney, we've got our little bench, that's cute. We've got some flowers, here are them ones I think. And we've got some more flowers if it wants to come out. Moves that side, and then we've got our fence posts, 1 and 2, and that's it. There, that's all perfect. So this one is going on here, so let's just put these little bits on. And straight, and then we've got this other fence post here. There we've got our little roof. I've got a chimney. As most of the kids say around here, a chimney for some reason. There we go. And we've got our cute little bench. Oops. There's that one. Then we've got our flowers, which again are going on this left hand side. And then these ones which are coming over the wall on the right. There we go. So you can see we've got all of that different dimension on there. So that's the thing fully done up. So I'm just going to take these bits of water tape off there. And I'm going to bring in my image. I think I will use my all-purpose on this one. Just give that a good coating over and pop that in. You should just have a little minute just to manoeuvre that into position. There you go. Not that there's much room in there because I've pretty much cut it to the size of our frame. Okay. Now also with these boxes you do get this frame which also has some sentiments on, which are gold foiled or silver foiled. So there's silver and gold foils in each pack. And you've got thinking of you and your special day with love, especially for you, lovingly handmade for you, and birthday wishes. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my scissors and just take that little pip off there and there. Just a little proud on it. That's that. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do is do some red liner tape across two edges of it, and then I'll put some PVA just tacky glue on those other sides. Okay, so let's give it a good burnish down. And you can tell when it's burnished because it goes from sort of a milky red to a sort of slightly deeper red, only slightly, but you can just see when it's actually stuck to the card. Okay, so I'm going to come in with my tacky glue, that's the name, along there. Don't want so much that it splurges out, I do want enough to hold it. And then I'm going to come in and put that straight onto the bottom there. Give that a good press down. Hold that edge in. And put that down. And we've got our little frame. Okay, so from there you could put some ribbon on the back so that you can hold, hang it on the wall. You could do two together so that it opens up as a frame. If you've got like the image of the farm and the image of that, maybe, you know, loads of things you can do with it once you've got it to this point. Okay, I'm just going to grab one of these sentiments. I just want to sort of bow it up a little bit. So I'm just stretching the fibres so that I can then pop it down. I think I'm going to go on there, and I've just gone with wishing you a lovely day, because I think even if you wanted to put this on the wall, it doesn't necessarily mean a birthday or something. It could just be have a nice day. Okay, so that's just gluing there, so I'm just going to hold that down for a second. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in a 6x6 card blank from Crafter's Companion out of one of the subs boxes. I did say before that I was going to use them up. As you can see, it fits almost exactly onto this box. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to use from here. There we go. So I'm going to use a little bit of red liner tape just for the immediate stick. And this is quite a chunky one. And I'm going to burnish that down again. Just make sure that's stuck nicely. Right, so this is the correct way up. So we've got our little house, putting that down that way up, and then our card. No, I don't think it's going to be safe to do it that way. Yeah, so that needs to go directly onto there. So I'm going to use some all-purpose. I've gone a bit mad there with that. Let's spread it out a bit. Get it right into those corners. I can always pop a little bit of tacky glue in if I need to. And then this is going to go over the top of there. So let's pop that over. Got a bit of glue there, so let's just get rid of that before that sticks where we don't want it. There we go, gone. Now we've got our card. That's going to sit like so. Okay, so happy with that. So the next thing I need, just to finish this off, here's going to be one of these inserts. So I'll just find the one with our house on. So you get 3 of each one, which is plenty. Fairies, just the border, crossbuns and daffodils. I'm doing this gardening, the church, our house. Here. Okay, so I'm just going to check. I think we might be able to. I'm going to try just folding this in half. And just see how that fits in. Oh, a bit of glue there, let's get rid of that. And a bit there as well. And that's just seeped from the underneath, so that's fine. When you stick this down, you're not going to see it anyway. Oh, someone here, that's why. Oh, silly mistake. There we go. Okay, so in terms of our edge here, so that's perfect. So we've got our house, and then I'm going to bring in my pencil, just make a little mark. Just because it's easier for me to cut paper on a guillotine. Apologies, dog's just gone back, somebody's knocked on the door. Okay, sorry about that, so I think it was a delivery person at like 6 o'clock on a Sunday. So they're either quite behind or very keen to get started on the week. I'm hoping it's my parcel. I doubt it will be. But there you go. Okay, so we've got our cottage there. So I'm going to pop some all-purpose, just a little bit on there. And I put it on that side so that when this card does open, let's put that down a second and I'll show you. So just give that a second to take. But when the card opens, the insert opens with it. So that's why I always put the, if I'm doing a double insert, you know, like an insert that goes over both sides, I always put it in and glue it on that side so that it opens up the minute you open the card. Okay, so we've got wishing you a lovely day. I'm just toying with the idea of maybe putting this one on the inside. And I think I'm going to do that just nice and flat. Oops, it's stuck to me. So got that little touch of luxury on the inside. I'm not putting any gems on it because I don't think that it needs it. But there's your little frame and your decoupage turned into a 6x6 card. Okay, so it looks like there's not going to be enough time for another one today. This is quite a long video already, underestimated the time it would have taken. What I am going to try and do is try and get that recorded and put up tomorrow. We'll see if I can get it finished in time tonight. I definitely won't get it edited or finished up, but possibility that may go up tomorrow. But other than that, in 2 days time should be back with Crafter's Companion. Don't know what yet, I haven't quite decided. We'll see when that comes round. I'll decide on the day. But thank you for watching. As always, thank you for your support. I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.